So why don't we bring out the folks from RMD? I just like saying RMD. It's such a nice thing. Runa Mesach. I don't know if I'm saying your names right, but Rakib. Let me also bring up some. There we go. Show the names here, guys. Thanks for bringing it home for us today. This you were the last, but you certainly not the least. And I have a question for Rakib.
Yeah, sure.
Do you know who Ray Wong is? Have you ever heard that name? Are you any relation maybe to Ray? I saw you in the first video, and you were playing two instruments at once. You were in one block, doing one thing, and another block. And there's a guy in the serum industry, Ray Wong, and he's known for being in two places at the same time. I was just curious, how did you do that? But seriously, in all seriousness, I was watching these guys in the green room. They were just as rocking it in the green room as they were. They were watching their own video of themselves rocking it.
Oh my God, you saw that.
How much fun was it for you guys to do this? Because it looked like it was just a lot of fun.
Yeah, it was incredible actually. It was all done in a very quick time actually. So what happens is whenever we have a show inside the company, so we'll end up like having lots and lots of jam sessions inside the company. We spend like hours after work. So it's mostly like 9:30 p.m. till like 3:30 in the morning. We'll sit in the campus, we'll jam, and then that's how how we got the band name itself. So RMD stands for Rentumani Dosha, which means the dosa at 2 a.m. Right. So the company serves dosas at 2 a.m. in the night. So though even though we come in the morning and then most of us are in the morning shifts, but then because of the jamming and everything, we end up eating those night shift dosas as well, and then go back home. So it was actually I'm not sure if, like I'm just incredibly lucky to have so many such amazing talents in the company that we could discover. I mean, there's 8,000 people, so we are also lucky to having discovered these many people in the first place as well. So yeah, whatever you saw in the green room is actually what usually happens in the jam session.
I mean, as well. You guys did something that literally was a gigantic risk, which was doing an original song. Because with a cover, you have something against which you can measure. With an original song, if the whole thing isn't good, meaning the music, the vocals, everything isn't good, you're pretty much going to be pounded for it. And yet you completely pulled it off.
It's crazy.
So first of all, what made you decide to take the risk? Secondly, I understand the passion that you have for Chennai and that you miss it.
Yeah.
But at the same time, you could have still written original songs about 15 other things or 20 other things, or 100 other things. So why did you choose that in particular, knowing it would be represented to pretty much the whole world?
So first of all, the three songs, the first track, the Entero, is actually an original Carnatic, that is the Indian classical song. So we've taken that song and then we fused it with some funky elements in the background, and then we had our people play. So the original part is just that the Carnatic part, and then from that we took it and we made it to a funky kind of group. The second song is actually a song by A.R. Rahman, but again the song is not in this form. But then we kind of made it again. Funk is something that we all live and die for. So anything you give us, we'll make into funk and then we'll start playing. So the third song is actually a completely originally written song by us. So that is the Chennai tribute, from Chennai with Love kind of a track. So I don't know. It just happened so that we were just jamming on some beats, and then we got some we got this nice little riff that we had that kind of that kind of had some Indian elements into it, and then yeah, we built on it, and then of course Chennai. I think once you come there and then we be there for like a couple of months, and you know how special the Zoho campus is and how special the people there are, especially for musicians. I mean, Chennai is known as the home of cinema for the South, so there's a lot of musicians down there. It's like the LA for South Indian film industry. So yeah, it is a lot of fun. So when I think it was Meshak who suggested that why don't we bring this to the competition, because one, it is an original, and two, it is also something that we can show
Yeah,
to the world.
as Rakib said, when you have like so many employees in an organization, you have a pick and a mix of everything. Some are extremely talented in classical singing, some are extremely good in freestyling, and some of these guys play in metal bands in the city. So all of us come to work together. We eat in the pantries together, we spend our evenings together. So how do you mix? Like, you can't have a classical singer grooving to a 6/8 beat in a drum, and in a drummer guy who's also playing double beats at the same time. So when a guy who's playing double bass needs to collaborate or sync with a girl who's singing Carnatic, then eventually we don't have a choice, we have to mix it up. And the mix was amazingly beautiful at the end. So Carnatic we started because it shows our roots, it shows us where we are. Of course, a lot of youngsters in India might not be very well trained in Carnatic these days, but it showed what the flavor began and how music in South India started. Then the fusion is, as Rakib said, it was a typical Indian fusion mix. But the own composition was, again, we jammed, we did Carnatic stuff, we did everything. So what now? Let's write our own songs. We after dinner, we are done with work, and we all have our own places. We all we have to just do is crash. So why don't we just write our new songs? And Rakib started mixing the tracks, and we were like, let's add this tone, let's do that, let's do that. And there was another guitarist who was supposed to join today, and he also added his flavor. And then we are like, this is an amazing tune, and this is like a very weird time in human history. So let's merge it together, present it to the world, and that's how it came to be.
Brent, there's one more person from the band in the. Can you?
Looks like we don't have a visual for him. Is it Ram?
Yeah.
It's
Yeah,
Ram.
it's Ram. Yeah.
Oh, there he is. Okay, he just popped in there. Okay.
Hey,
Yeah.
Ram.
Hey,
Ram
hi,
is the brain behind the own.
So he is the guitarist who played on
Yeah.
most of these tracks.
Yes.
he is sort of multi-talented.
Yeah.
I'm
You
seeing a
all
lot
are.
of multi-talented people. That's what
Yeah,
I'm ready to say.
sounding.
Oh yeah,
So
so that's
actually,
another thing in the band. Actually, I mean, most of the people in the band actually can play multiple instruments. So whenever we do a show, we just don't leave the stage at all. Like, people after one song, they just switch and go to the other instrument. People are
Yeah,
like, "What are
it
you doing,
happens.
man? Get
It
off the
happens.
stage, man."
It happens because we have day jobs, so all of us can't be available all the time. So there's a bunch which comes for practice, and then they'll be like, dude, I have a meeting with this team which is from a different time zone, I'll have to go. And we'll be like, okay, you're playing the guitar, no, send me the chord sheet, I'll play that for the show. And this guy will be like, okay, next thing, I'll like, it's all like,
wow.
if you come for practice, it doesn't mean you get to perform, because your manager might call you for the next call with some other Japanese team which will happen in a different time zone.
Holy. So
So-
how long have the four of you known each other?
I'm sorry.
How long have the four of you actually known each other?
It's not about the time. It's about
Yeah.
the amount of time we spent together over the last few years.
Yeah,
We've
it's
all
only
fast
been a
forwarded.
couple of years actually.
Yeah.
So
Close to 2.5 years.
yeah, so we were actually. I mean, I've been in the company for like 4 years. Rama has been in the company for like 5 years. I think Meshak has been here for 2.5 years. Is it? Meshak?
Wow.
Aruna, 3 years. Yeah.
Hey,
Aruna is
4 years.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This
I
is
did
so
my-
different. This is so different because most of the people we meet at Zoho, they say, "Well, we've been here for 20 years."
20
we've been
years.
here for 19
Yeah.
This is comparatively, the young band.
So we are the.
Well, this has
Yeah.
been great, guys. I'm going to end with this. Rakib, you got to
Oh.
help me with this, man. You got to help me with my
Oh, you
Ableton
have
push,
a
man.
you have a push. Oh, nice.
I got a push
I
too,
have-
man.
I have-
You got to
Wow, we're ending on a complete nerd geek note.
absolutely. I'm
Oh,
gonna
nice.
have
I didn't know you have a push. It's nice.
I'm gonna have to get your information from Sandy because I need tutoring lessons.